What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Okay, I had nothing to do with that. But, you have to admit it's actually a pretty good song.
RIO 3 is scheduled to be released on February 9th, 2024 by 20th Century Fox. Here's everything we know about it. RIO 3. We truly wish 20th Century Fox to release more than just an official release date for the film, as the plot and the storyline of RIO 3 are yet to be known. However, based on how good both of the films did at the box office, we can be certain that the third film is happening. Since the film has a huge fan base and most of them are really dedicated fans, we've come across different theories about what the third film's plot will be about. Some fans' theories suggest that the third film will focus on Blue getting out of his comfort zone. The focus of the film can easily be Blue finally having the motivation and the courage to overcome his fears, but we'll talk about it later. Saldana is also expected to be back as the writer for RIO 3, but there's still nothing confirmed when it comes to the crew behind the film. But we need to mention that director Carlos Saldana has been really interested in continuing the franchise, as he has stated, "Of course, I have a lot of stories to tell, so we're starting to prepare for it." As for a trailer, it is still in the works of the studio, just waiting to be presented on the screen. Let's hope we'll see it soon. The director. Carlos Saldana is a film director born in Rio de Janeiro. Oh, he's the director of the Ice Age franchise, and his films never disappoint. Being born in Rio de Janeiro, he truly pulled off the best of it for his 2 Rio films, and we can expect the same for the third one as well. Since Carlos directed the first 2 Rio films, he'll likely be involved in the third one as well. Also, fans would expect the same style of the film to continue, so to be honest, it would be weird if someone else sits on the director's chair. Carlos also has credits as a writer, and based on how many bucks this dude made from the 2 films, yeah, we think he'll be back as a director. It's just not fair to leave a successful franchise. Also, since the crew of the film had so much time to make a third one, RIO 3 really lives on high expectations. Let's see what fans expect from it, shall we? Diverse film. It's important that we see diversity in films, and we're not only talking about a diverse world of characters, but also we need to see characters that have diverse characteristics. For instance, we are glad to see characters with American accents, and we want to see both good and bad guys with this characteristic. The hero doesn't always need to be male, and non-white characters don't have to be a sidekick. They can also be leading roles. So it's really interesting that these last few years the film industry is all about diversity. Well, most of them are at least trying. Animation studios over the past years have also tried to bring out more diverse and inclusive films, and we all grew up with not so many diverse films until the early 2010s, when diversity in films grew in popularity, and Blue Sky Studios' entertaining adventure saga, RIO, was one of the first films where we truly felt that we're seeing something different. Big thanks to Carlos Saldana, who has given us the most amazing animated films such as Ice Age and Ferdinand. But it wasn't until RIO that Saldana took this to a whole other level, with The Adventures of Blue, a domesticated blue macaw, and the active city of Rio de Janeiro. What makes RIO so special is that blue macaw parrots have been endangered for years, and unfortunately they became officially extinct. The director of the film obviously had intentions for us to see this as a way to remember them.
Last of the species here!
Whoa!
RIO 1 was released in 2011. The sequel came out in 2014, and in the years that followed, sequels were speculated but never happened. Fortunately for us, we're going to see the third part. Now let's dive into the possible plot of the film. The plot. As we previously said, it's been so long since the second film's release that fans have come up with different theories on what to expect from the third part. The first film focused on Blue as we saw him as a child when he was smuggled out of the country, Brazil, and he was found and by a girl named Linda. Then, things took an interesting turn as an ornithologist named Tulio discovers Blue and requests to bring him back to his place of origin for him to mate with the last of their female species, Jewel, in order to save them from extinction. Then we got the plot twist of the story as the part of these 2 birds' interesting and hilarious adventure. The first film had a perfect end as it featured Blue and Jewel raising their 3 children in the jungle. The second one focused on their adventures, only this time their kids were also a part of them, and they searched the Amazon in order to find more blue macaws. This resulted in them finding the forgotten and lost family of Jewel. The second film then ends with the family deciding to stay on the Amazon and go to Rio every summer. Based on this, we should expect the plot of the third film to focus on the adventures of Blue and Jewel as they'll be visiting Rio in the summer. But we can also expect the story to be focused on the extinction of this beautiful bird and Blue trying to stop it. What do you guys think? Is this a possible plot for the third, very anticipated film? Let us know. Rio 3 cast. Samba, soccer, sunbathing, carnival. It's really tough for us to pick one reason as the reason for the success of the 2 films. Made in an interesting style, Rio is a specter of colors, presenting pictures in truly beautiful tones. The jungles, mountains, and beaches of Brazil are so amazingly presented that you think to yourself that you should go to Brazil as soon as possible. What do you guys think the reason for Rio's enormous success is? Let us know. Now, let's see who from the original cast is expected to come back for the third part. Both the parts of Rio star Jesse Eisenberg as Blue and Anne Hathaway as Jewel, so they are likely to come back. Both films also star Leslie Mann as Linda, Rodrigo Santoro as Tulio, will.i.am as Pedro, Jamie Foxx as Nico, and George Lopez as Rafael. Rio 2 added Andy Garcia as Eduardo and Bruno Mars as Roberto, and some new characters. Most of these actors are expected to reprise their original roles in Rio 3, since the film will be a sequel to the second part. And of course, we should expect a lot of new actors to be behind the voices of some new characters, but we'll have to wait for Foxx to share more pieces of information about this. New songs. Yet another reason for the film's success is its music. We can easily say that Rio 1 and 2 had the best soundtrack ever used for a film, and we're not exaggerating. Songs by artists like Carlinhos Brown and Sergio Mendes gave such a great vibe to the films that it only proved how much of an influence music can have on a film. Both Brown and Mendes came back to lend their musical talents for the second part, so maybe we should expect the same with the third part. Nevertheless, the rhythm of Janelle Monae's What Is Love is easy to remember, and we hope we won't be disappointed when it comes to the music in the third film. The film simply looks and sounds appealing, and the jokes and emotions seem about right. What do you guys expect from Rio 3? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.